In Whiterun, a temple acolyte has been lured to a dangerous ruin by a vampire.
I don't like where this is going.
What in the...
The priestess of Archay gathers the Hold Guard to respond in force as they march out to the realm of the dead in this battle report for Elder Scrolls Call to Arms. Hello, welcome back to the table. My name is Corwin, and today we're going to be playing some more Elder Scrolls Call to Arms. Today I'm actually going to be playing with a faction that I'm not super familiar with, the Hold Guard. They're cheaper, weaker individual units, but they get pretty good bonuses for ganging up together and protecting NPC tokens like I've got for our Lost quest here, our missing apprentice. So, should be interesting, and come on, who doesn't love painting yellow? I had to pick Whiterun. Alright, let's get into the scenario. For the Lost quest, our group of guards need to move in, rescue the apprentice in the center, then get her off the board edge, any board edge. Because we are in Whiterun holds using the rules from the Stormcloak Rebellion book, there's also a master treasure chest in the middle of the board, so more incentive to go there first. To score victory points in this game, we can defeat adversaries in combat, complete scenario oaths, or resolve any of the 3 objectives randomly scattered in the treasure zone. Additionally, if either side manages to clear the board of all opposing models, they immediately win. That isn't true for every Call to Arms scenario, but it is for this one. My first turn is going to be pretty straightforward. I know I can get my guys up a full sprint without provoking any reactions because of the way the enemy's deployed. I did get kind of unlucky in that both adversary masters spawned. The Overlord is back here in this back corner, and the Broodmother is over here by the exit door. So, got them to watch out for. But if I could knock them out early, well, that's all the better for me. Turn 1 is pretty uneventful, as I have a lot of distance to cover.
Guards, go, go, go! I just hope we weren't too late.
I sneak my sentries up the flanks of the board towards the corner treasures. The rest of my crew advances into the center of the ruin towards the missing apprentice.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
They say ruins like these are filled with treasure. Of course, they're filled with traps, too.
Shh! Stay alert.
Fine, get ready for a fight.
Both master adversaries activate, with the Frostbite Spider Broodmother hiding in ambush near the exit door, and the Overlord moving aggressively towards the center of the board to meet the invaders. So both master adversaries have activated in the first 2 activations. That's just wonderful. Alright, and that brings us to the end of a fairly uneventful turn 1. Well, speaking of events, let's see what the event phase has to say. The event we've drawn is Secret Passage. Interesting. A little early for Secret Passage. I might have rather had this next turn, but hey, gift horse. That'll bring us into turn 2. It's relatively uneventful. Other than these master adversaries just creeping about. Love that for me. And at the end of a bloodless turn 1, the Restless Draugr and the Greatsword-wielding Draugr have spawned in and started to patrol. The Restless Draugr is going to move towards the entrance. For my first activation, let's see what this archer can do. First roll of the game on my side.
For none could know 'twas not for...
Shut up.
Sorry. I'm not very good at this.
The Skeleton Archer only rolls yellow, it cannot save against 4 damage, and it is removed.
Get that thing out of here!
I gain 1 victory point from eliminating the enemy. I gain a 2nd victory point for fulfilling my oath, striking from the shadows. Over to the adversaries, let's see what they have up their sleeve. The Frostbite Spider also rolls to fall back. Ambush time. Sneaking around has been pretty successful, but I want to get in there, so let's go again with the captain, and he's going to move up.
Stay sharp.
Yes, sir.
Here they come!
The Skeleton Warrior moves up and attacks, but cannot get through the Hold Guard's block.
Over here.
Getting tired of hanging around talking all day.
The Hold Guard Enforcer can just get to within range to attack the Skeleton Warrior, so he's going to take a swing. I am within 3 inches of the party champion, so I benefit from the Hold Guard special rule, gaining an additional yellow for outnumber.
Together.
Yes, sir.
You're too slow. I saw it first.
Oh, that's a critical miss. He's very enthusiastic, but he does not connect. He does, however, get a follow-up, losing the dice for boost, but keeping the rest. That's more like it. 4 minus 2. That will hit for 2 damage. The skeleton warrior saves on yellow, yellow. He blocks it.
Look out!
Better if we don't talk about that.
Help! Someone!
Priestess of Arcade is going to move up and turn lesser undead.
Draugr, they reek of decay.
While he's doing so, the enforcer is going to take another swing. See if I can roll better this time. That would be a complete miss. This 15 septum skeleton warrior is making a mockery of the Whiterun Guard. Shame. The sentry manages to spot the hiding spider and lines up a sneak attack of his own.
Surprise.
And that brings the turn to a close, with our stealth operations going pretty successfully, but our main fight pretty badly. These low point models are really showing their value. Yeah, this guy with the big sword. Need to give him a bow and arrow. See how he does. The event we are drawing for turn 2 is Lights Out. Oh, that's going to be a problem for our archers. And one more enemy is going to spawn. This is getting pretty crowded. We need to start removing some guys here. Now with that, on to turn 3. I think I need to get ahead of this situation, as there's quite a lot of draugr all grouped up here. Now I need to get in there and start checking these objectives. The captain moves forward and takes a ready action, being careful to only provoke one enemy's reaction. Attacking with his iron mace cannot boost, as this is a readied action. He does critically hit, adding a green and a black. Takes 1, is eliminated. Finally, we're killing something. That was their reaction. It is now the adversary's action. The first adversary to activate is actually going to be the Overlord, who is going to come into line of sight. And
Keep your damn magic to yourself.
that is a critical failure on his Roda. He got a little frog in his throat. The patroller moves up and readies, provoking the Draugr's reaction. Is going to react and attack. Rolling green, green, yellow, yellow because of the outnumber bonus that Hold Guard specifically get. Here is the patroller. 6 minus 4 for 2 damage. I believe that will hit. Oh, yeah. The Restless Draugr is armored as heck. He's completely fine. In return, said Restless Draugr is going to attack. That, however, is a critical failure. Excellent. Weird luck going both ways. The Frostbite Spider activates, but fails to detect the sentry. The Priestess of Arcade, seeing her lost apprentice, is going to sprint over and take the special action to pick her up and check on her.
You came for me.
Are you hurt?
No,
Good. You need to
I
leave.
thought I was going to die in here. Thank you.
The final Draugr to naturally activate this turn is going to be the Greatsword Warrior, who can't really see much, so he's just going to sprint in this direction. This is almost too good of a shot to pass up. Fingers crossed. A critical hit. Current frontrunner for most damage in the match, doing a 7 damage hit against this poor Frostbite Spider. Just for the sake of it, we'll roll their 1 yellow. Just as I thought, they can't roll 7.
I hate those damn things. Too many eyes, you know?
This guy, he gets hero promotion next. That's actually the secret. It's just Rayloff wearing a yellow shirt. Shout out to the stealth archers. I think in an effort to redeem himself for all his many failures, the enforcer's gonna come run up and join this melee. Spending 2 stamina to boost because it is a cumbersome weapon, but I really want him to hit. We are hitting on a 4. He hits naturally, of course. There's 3 damage coming in against the Restless Draugr. Nice. That's only 1, takes 2, is removed.
Don't just stand there. Kill him. Die, beast. Ah! Good work.
Yeah!
Nice, alright, maybe he does get to keep the big sword. Maybe. As that is our 5th victory point gained, and it is now the end of the turn, let's see what the event card is before I have to think about a level up. Our event card is the Ghost of Old Hrolden. Actually, a quest card. All right. Man, I really got to start getting some of these treasure tokens. I know some of these are locked too, so this could be fun. With 5 victory points and the abysmal rolls of these poor hold guards, I think I've got to promote the captain. Give him a fighting chance here.
They will sing stories of this day. That's it! We're pushing them back!
Turn 3 went pretty well. I did manage to get enough kills to level up. I leveled up my captain. Happy with that. For the adversary's first action, the newly spawned draugr warrior sprints up. I'm kind of worried about this overlord here. In order to prevent the overlord from hanging back and shouting me to death, I decide to move my forces in, starting with the patroller. Now, that will trigger a reaction from the overlord. The patroller is able to block the draugr's attack, but in return completely misses. Next up, the Frostblade is finally going to activate. It's going to turn and sprint into combat here. Let's see if our patroller's luck can hold out. Ooh, that is going to hit for 2. I'm going to trust in the passive yellow die here. And I'm going to take a single point of damage as 1 gets through. I think the captain is going to move in to support his brave vanguard here.
That's it! We're pushing them back!
The captain is going to unload here. We really need this to land. So here we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's a crit, but I just dropped it. Doesn't count. Gotta be in the box. Alrighty, that is 3 damage. The Frostblade can't save this. 3 damage. Rolls a 2. Does his best, but is sent back.
Die, beast! Yeah! Die, draugr!
The Nord vampire, passing his intelligence test to spot his prey, moves in for the kill. Success! Oh no!
You don't think you can escape me, do you?
Gods, vampires! I can't take this anymore. I'm not cut out for this.
I knew I smelled mortal blood.
So, the Nord vampire, looking for a 3. That'll do. Ooh. This might murder my poor sentry outright. Sentry, saving against 3 damage. They go down. Oh no.
Mercy!
Now your blood is mine.
That's not good. I need to try to salvage this. All of these have activated, so I'm going to try to deal with the spider still lurking up there. We're going to creep along the back here, like we've been doing the whole game.
Not this again.
So we roll red into that big ol' spider. Oh, and it was totally a hit anyway, but only for 2 damage. Oh, that's a problem. Broodmother rolls yellow, so I need her to blank on these. You can't make this up, folks. All right, that dude is getting a hero card. I'll homebrew it. I'll make one up, but he's getting promoted.
Yeah, biggest damn spiders I've ever seen. Come on, you monster!
Having killed the big spider before it had a chance to do anything, he finally fails a stealth check as he lets out a victorious cry. Well, we're going to take one more turn before we start getting objectives. I'm going to take advantage of this little outnumber opportunity that I've created here. Swordsman is going to run in here, moving through his captain, and engage the overlord. And hope for the best here. All right. That's a good start. That will hit. The overlord saves on yellow. They're going to stop 2. They're going to take 3, leaving them with 1 health remaining. That is more what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay. He can keep the big sword. He's allowed. Maybe we'll get him a bigger sword. Or maybe what he wants is an axe. That might be it. Finally, after having been in contact with it for an entire turn, I'm going to search that master treasure chest. Oh, okay. It is very locked. Alrighty. So, she does have a Fortify lockpicking enchantment. Unfortunately, no additional dice or anything, but let's see. We need basically a 1 to succeed here. That'll do. We get to draw 2 master treasures.
Well, what is it you want?
Treasure, that's what.
Well, fine.
I have a guest. He's here to bless my master treasure draw. Let's do this one. Wait, we get 2. So that is the Draugr amulet, always useful, and a Draenheart sword. Excellent. Okay. Sword, not so useful, but the Draugr amulet, that is excellent. Hey, buddy. Then for her second action, maybe sprinting, now that she regenerates a lot of stamina, she's going to come... Yeah, perfect. I can just make it. She's going to sprint over here and touch this objective. Her apprentice will come with her. It is a puzzle objective. And that actually brings us to the end of the round. Let's see, first off, what our event phase is. Secret paths. Okay, that is perfect. I think I'm going to move my sentinel at the back. However, it is going to spawn 1 adversary. Beginning of turn 5, the spider has respawned back in this corner. Turn 4 was interesting. Sad to lose one of my sentinels, but glad to have gotten this master treasure. Just put that off the board. Ooh, I forgot to test the puzzle objective. Let's see. That is what we were looking for. Very nice. For completing the objective, I score 3 more victory points, and I get to draw a treasure. A bow of the hunt. Okay. Not super useful for a character that isn't proficient in archery, but I'll take it. That's free loot. As tempting as it is to move that sentinel around back there, try to take out that spider before it gets on him or anything like that, I think I've got to go over here, and we're going to try to finish off this overlord. The enforcer's going to spend his final 2 stamina to boost this attack against the overlord.
This what you want, huh?
That is one big sword.
I know, right?
With his second action, we need to get some distance here. He's actually going to run around this Draugr swordsman. Here's their reaction. The Draugr warrior is going to turn and try to stop the swordsman from getting to the objective. That's gonna hit. Takes 2. Oh no! The enforcer only has 2 wounds. As soon as they get separated from their captain, they die. Tragically. Tragique. The next activation is going to be all the way over here, as this spider is going to take some cover and shoot its web with poison on a dragonborn symbol. That's going to hit handily and do a poison. Ooh, not looking good for you. They block 2 damage. Very nice. Let's do this the same way we've done before. Swordsman is going to move up. We're going to boost for strength here. He blanks it.
This is what you want, huh?
I can't forget about this vampire over here. In an interesting turn of events, the vampire has actually rolled objective. So, he's going to pull back and protect this treasure chest, the nearest objective and the only thing he can reach. I think I'm going to split up my team. Obviously, hold guards want to gang up together. That's kind of their whole play style. And I do have this Nord vampire over here to take revenge on. But this Draugr is going to be the next to activate. If he goes after the sentinel in the back, it's over. There's no way he can deal with 2 of them. The captain is going to sprint over here and get in contact with this treasure. For his second action, he'll take a ready action. Searching can wait. Now, having provoked that reaction, this Draugr will turn and move into it.
Keep it together. There's not many of us left.
It all comes down to this. Old guard captain cannot boost this. Here goes nothing. I think that's a hit. I think that's a hit. Whack. He can't. The Draugr Greatsword can't save that. On his single yellow die. But I'll roll it anyway. Nope. The Draugr Greatsword Warrior is removed before he has a chance to inflict any damage. So the adversaries are done. Let's take a shot there. We don't unfortunately have anywhere to hide. I could pull back and hide, but I don't really need to. A critical hit. Oh, okay. My boldness is being rewarded by the dice right now, and you know that's a trap. All right, but the spider cannot survive a 4 damage hit. Yep, spider rolls 1, takes 3 damage, is removed.
Nasty little buggers.
With his second activation, he's going to run over and touch that treasure chest. We're going to use healing hands here.
Go with the blessings of the 8.
Thank you. Skyrim could use a lot more healers.
Darn, I only just realized that actually I should have moved up and attacked, as if I could have cleared this Snord vampire, that would have won me the game, as I eliminate the enemy force. Well, too little too late, didn't notice till after, so let's see what event is going to take us into the next turn. The Lure of Hermaeus Mora. Okay, well, I know who's getting the intelligence bonus. With 3 enemies on the board and my forces scattered across it, I don't really know what this turn's going to look like yet. The first adversary to activate is the hulking draugr back here, who has just appeared.
Oh no, by the gods! This can't be happening.
I don't even have a block token to protect me against this. 4 minus 1, that will definitely hit. We could really use Dragonborn into doubles. That's what we're hoping for here. I'll take a doubles. Okay, he's still alive. Barely. He's injured again. This poor patroller is wounded, healed, wounded.
We're so dead.
The priestess moves to within 6 inches of the Nord vampire and blasts him with her lightning spell. It kinda all comes down to this. The basic shock spell. The worst attack spell in the game. Against a Nord vampire. Hoping against hope here. That's a hit. Alright, now. He is yellow, helm yellow for defense. Excuse me, I was so surprised that I just coughed. He rolled blank. That's amazing. Does the lightning actually arcs out and takes down the vampire? Then the last enemy that can activate, by millimeters, the closer model to the skeleton warrior who he's going to attempt to attack is actually our captain. Fortunately for us, he can't reach the captain, so he's just going to sprint and take a block token. The Hold Guard sentry searches the treasure chest. For his second action, he's going to move here and reveal this objective. This objective is a strategic objective. All right. Well, I think he just found where he's going to be sitting for the next rest of the game. I wish I'd rushed that one first, but it is what it is. I still have my captain. Oh, does he want that treasure? No, he wants to protect his men. Abandoning fortune for duty, the captain moves in to engage the skeleton warrior, leaving the treasure chest unsearched. No gang up bonus this time, but he can boost for precision. He's got stamina. That's going to be green-red into the draugr with the shield. That is a critical hit. Oh, this guy is so clutch. This whole team has been weirdly clutch, actually. The skeleton warrior attempting to block on a 2. Doesn't pull it off. So its armor rating then is just 1, and the 1 yellow, and the 3 damage is enough to take care of it. Now, in a last desperate attempt here, my wounded patroller is going to attempt to throw off the hulking draugr, the undamaged hulking draugr elite. If he does this, we win the game for eliminating the enemy force. So, no pressure or anything, shield boy, but I did make that Whiterun shield specially for you. Patroller is yellow-green, but pushing deep into his reserves, he is going to boost for both precision and damage. Let's see what he can do. Double yellow, double green. That's what we needed to see. That's not. But that is. Alright. Adding a black for the crit. That turns that into 4 damage. Okay. We are in the realm of maybe being able to do it. So if he rolls a 1 on this red armor save, that's it. That's game. That's a 1. Oh, beautiful. All right, you heroes.
Skyrim has no use for your lollygagging. I'm going to put you down.
We're lucky to have you watching over
I thank
us.
you for your protection.
I can't believe I'm still alive.
The last event card we draw is Hostile Environment. Yes, I dare say it was, as 2 of my men lie slain. That's going to do it for this game, as the Hold Guard are successful in clearing out the draugr, putting them back to rest, and rescuing the healer's apprentice. They make their way back to Whiterun carrying their fallen companions. Will they sing tales of this day? Or will this one go down in ignominy as, maybe we shouldn't split up and chase after treasure tokens across the entire board? Who knows? At the very end there, I actually lose a couple of points for not fulfilling my oaths, which, bummer, but I did still win automatically, so got that going for me, I guess. If you could help me out and do all the YouTube stuff down below, if you want to see more content like this, like, comment, subscribe, you know how YouTube works. It's 2023. I hope you'll join me next time. I think we're going to do something a little bit more sci-fi. Thanks for watching. Thank you for your time. I've been Corwin, and I'll see you in another life.